Yeah, it's the underground, it's the underground, it's the underground, it's the underground. You better pass, you better run, and that's your ass, boy, you done. It's the underground, it's the underground, yeah, it's the underground, it's the underground. You better pass, you better run, and that's your ass, boy, you done. Move the sticks, first down. You better not step out of bounds. You don't really want it, but you really need it. It's the underground, man, we undefeated. Michael Jackson couldn't beat it, fourth down, couldn't reach it, man, your squad about to lose it. Go ahead and face the music, flip a coin, you still lost. Pay the cost to beat the bars, turn your motherfucking lights off. Yeah, CTE, these niggas can't see me. Got your head fucked up, got the game locked up, and it's over for your ass. Fourth down, you better pass. You know what it is, you ain't gotta ask. It's the underground, it's the underground, it's the underground, yeah, it's the underground. You better pass, you better run, and that's your ass, boy, you done. It's the underground, it's the underground, yeah, it's the underground, it's the underground. You better pass, you better run, and that's your ass, boy, you done.
Ow, you know what it is, baby. How many times I got to say it? Coming straight to your live. From the studio, yeah, it's the underground sports show, baby. You know how we do, we live, we always live, and it's draft night, baby, draft night, first round, Thursday night, 4:24, it's 25 now, ain't it? Nope, we got 10 minutes, it's 11:50, call into the show, 412-407-2744, baby, it's the Underground Sports Show. It's your host, Filthy Rich, and we in the house. We live, baby. Call into the show. Interrupt me because I'm going to just do my little draft freestyle real quick. You know how I get down on the Underground Sports Show. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to get down with the draft, man. Hey, had a great draft, man. Brought us everything we was looking for. Everything we was looking for in the draft, we got tonight. Unless you ain't get who you wanted. Maybe you did. Maybe you didn't. Call into the show. Tell me where you from, man. Tell me about your number one draft pick. But I'm going to just sit here and break down the whole thing, man. The whole thing. Because to me, like I said, the draft brought us everything we was looking for. All the excitement. First of all, in Green Bay for the first time, Title Town. Man, they said there was more people there than the population of Green Bay. And guess what? You know where it's going to be next year. Right here in Pittsburgh. And I guarantee you we get the same results. You see how there was people from everywhere in Green Bay? There's going to be people from everywhere. We're dragging in Cleveland for sure. We're going to have crazy Cleveland fans here. Crazy Eagles fans here. Jets fans. Baltimore fans. You know Baltimore's coming to town. Next year in Pittsburgh. Who else I say? Buffalo fans. They going to be here. The Birds going to be packed. Can we handle it? I don't know, man. But Green Bay look like they doing a good job for round one, and that's what's up, man. It was definitely nobody seen it coming, man. A lot of stuff nobody seen coming. A lot of this stuff. A lot of players went to some different teams than I thought they was going to go to. But I'm cool with that. Definitely these mock drafts out here had it twisted. Now, we all knew there was going to be a big trade, and that's what we got. But let's start at number one, the number one pick in the draft, and give him his tout, Cam Ward. Got to give Cam Ward, big ups to Cam Ward for being the number one draft pick in the NFL this year. Is he going to live up to it? Is he going to live up to it? I do think he's a good quarterback. Is he in a good situation in Tennessee, though? That's the question. Is he in a good situation to succeed in Tennessee? Tennessee's definitely going to have to be looking for wide receivers in the second round here. I thought they might trade up somewhere in the first round again and pick a wide receiver to hook him up with. But there's a few guys still left out there. But you can't hate on the pick. Definitely can't hate on Cam Ward, man. Cam Ward, 0-star recruit coming out of high school. Went to a small school, like it's called like Incorrect Word University or something. A University of Incorrect Word. I never heard of it before. Cardinals or something like that, right? He goes there for 2 years, goes off, throws for 4,000 yards in his second year, wind up getting to Washington State. Puts up numbers there, but don't got the talent surrounded around him, so decides to go to Miami. It shows off like all these other players do, man. They move around. That's the new college football. He moves around, goes to Miami where he got talent everywhere, and he's up for the Heisman. Just that quick. So shout out to the number 1 pick in the draft, man. Times have changed. He's up there with Cam Newton now as an African American quarterback to be picked in the first round. Not first round, the number 1 pick. Along with Bryce Young. And you just didn't see this when I was growing up. So I shout out to Cam Ward for being the number 1 pick in the draft. And that's really all I got to say. I mean, my synopsis on it is Cam Ward, they got to hit a home run with this, or they missed the ball, because they could have picked who got selected second, who we thought was going to Cleveland, but the Jags stepped up, traded with Cleveland for Travis Hunter. We all knew he was going second, but we thought it was Cleveland. So they immediately threw a wrench in the system. Now, a couple of days ago, they started talking about Cleveland and the Giants, taking off, looking for offers. And it must have been Jacksonville this whole time. Now, you tell me, was that a blunder by Cleveland? Is this another Dookie Brown decision by the Browns? Now, they had their chance to either get their quarterback or get Travis Hunter, the best player, supposedly, in the draft. Two-way player. Now, I thought there was some logic to, I believe, what the Browns did right here. There's definitely some logic to it, because they got some good shit back. They got a 2nd-round pick, 4th-round pick, and a 1st-round pick next year. So they automatically got 2 picks in the 1st round next year. They say next year's the better quarterback class. So like I was telling people, they got Deshaun Watson in their pockets. They got they went out and traded. Whenever you trade for somebody, you like that player. You got a plan for that player. So they went out and traded for Kenny Pickett. Then they go bring back Joe Flacco. So when you bring back an old player like Joe Flacco, you that's played for you before, you got respect for, and done some things for you, you got a plan for him. So that's why I kind of thought Cleveland was off quarterback. And when they made that trade, that kind of showed it right there. But it's just crazy that they didn't want Travis Hunter. They really passed on Travis Hunter. So call into the show, man. Interrupt anytime. It's my 1st round. You know what I'm saying? Synopsis real quick. 1st round. Draft freestyle. Was you happy with your 1st round? Number 1 pick. What's your feelings? You and your feelings? Pittsburgh. We had a doozy, man. We had a lot of anticipation in Pittsburgh, but I'm going to keep it rolling because the New York Giants, like I thought they might do with this 3rd pick, which everybody kind of assumed it. But it got a little weird, with the Cleveland trade and all. But yeah, they went and got Abdul Carter. Now, what I was thinking is, get Abdul Carter. He's your new, Lawrence Taylor. Last time, not the last time, but, the time before last where the Giants, their last Super Bowl run, was Lawrence Taylor, led by Lawrence Taylor. Abdul Carter is that Lawrence Taylor type of player. Let's go get the quarterback. But they also got Thibodeau that they drafted a few years back. And I know they went and got Burns out of Carolina. So I thought there was a chance that actually a quarterback could go here. But they outslicked us all. And we're going to get to that. But Abdul Carter, yeah. Real good player, was coming off a foot injury, so a lot of people was worried, but that didn't hurt him. Goes third to the New York Giants. Up next, I knew the Patriots was going to be the first team to pick an offensive lineman. I didn't think offensive lineman was going to rule the draft like they did, though. Off the top of my head, I think it's about 6 offensive linemen in the first round. They were the quarterback of this round. And Will Campbell from LSU, man, once I heard him speak, I was like, yeah, I see why they got that dude. Start talking with the Louisiana swing and sound like all he do is fuck with football. Then they got a quarterback last year in Drake May. They decided to protect their investment, and that's what you do. He also plays some guard, so if you got to switch in the guard early, that's cool too. Get the running game going. But yeah, I like this pick. I like this pick a lot. This is not who I thought was the best offensive lineman though, but we'll get to that. He was my second favorite though, for sure. Will Campbell going to the Patriots. All right, number 5, Cleveland got their pick back though. At 5, they go Mason Graham. And these D tackle picks tonight. Mason Graham. Now, I was saying the whole time that Mason Graham was reminding me of Warren Sapp. So Mason Graham's a good player. And I had a suggestion for the Browns that they maybe could tag team Abdul Carter if they had that second pick and didn't want Travis Hunter, or if Travis Hunter went to the Titans first, which obviously they didn't want Travis Hunter. They could have matched Abdul Carter up with Myles Garrett, but they decided to go inside outside and get Mason Graham, the best defensive tackle supposedly in the draft, and match him up with Myles Garrett. So yeah, same logic I was thinking, but they went inside outside. I was thinking pressure from both ends. But they say Mason Graham's more of a run stopper and not the biggest pass rusher, but he looked pretty quick to me, like he can get to the quarterback and get up the gut and disrupt the quarterback. You ain't always got to get the sack. Just get in his face. Quarterbacks don't like people dead down their face. They don't like it. All right, man. Like the show. Hit the subscribe button. Call in, interrupt me. Tell me if you in your feelings or having a good feeling about your first round number 1 pick. All right. Also, man, hey, who you think had the worst pick? Just talk about Cleveland. Is this the worst pick in the draft? Swapping Mason Graham for Travis Hunter? Don't forget how much they got, though. Don't forget the 2nd round pick, the 4th round pick. What was it? Another pick in there somewhere? 6? No, I think either a 6th round pick in there too, and definitely the number 1 pick next year. That's big. But you're passing up on a player we never seen before, Travis Hunter. So, like I said, a lot of surprises here. That's a big surprise right there. At number 6, though, Aston Genty. That's not a surprise. We seen that one coming, right? We've seen that one coming. Aston Genty say he's going to do what Saquon Barkley did for the Eagles. Well, it's going to be hard to do for the Raiders. The Raiders ain't the Eagles. They ain't got that same defense, do they? But I see the Raiders coming up, though. They got Ashton Genty now. They got Rookie of the Year. Well, should have been Rookie of the Year. Brock Bowers last year. And got them a quarterback now, too. Geno Smith. So, yeah, they protect Geno Smith with Ashton Genty. Throw the ball to the tight end. Get them receivers. Hey, and the Raiders might have came up. Tom Brady ain't fucking around. He ain't there for nothing. All right, Jets, man, this was the first big surprise. Jets went tackle or Armand Mimbu. Now I like it Armand, but he wasn't my favorite. He wasn't my favorite, but I had him in like third or fourth place. But a lot of people thought he was the best tackle coming out of college. I just seen some things that I like better in another player. Not that he wasn't good, but good pick for the Jets, though. They get Justin Fields, pay Justin Fields a good penny. Why not protect him, right? Why not protect him? All right, and number 8, still can't say his first name, so I'm going to just call him T-Mac. Tetsuroya, I can't say it. Satura McMillan. The best receiver in the draft, right? Best receiver in the draft. Now, Travis Hunter's the best two-way player in the draft. Travis Hunter might locate the ball, have better ball skills than him a little bit, but this dude, man, 6'4", 218 pounds, and will route you up. So Carolina, I thought they were going to go for pass rushers. There's still a lot of pass rushers on the board when they picked this wide receiver. But obviously they were thinking about keep scoring, because Carolina was scoring last year. Their defense was letting them down. That's how I see it. Towards the end of the year when Bryce Young got hot. But look, this was the best player on the board at this point. For real. This dude got a chance to be Rookie of the Year to me coming out of Carolina. Bryce Young can keep playing how he was playing. They got their pick from last year. I believe he was their was he a number 1 pick last year? What was his name? What's the Southern boy they got from South Carolina? So matched them up with him. They got a good tight end out of Texas. Sanders, I believe is his last name. Hey, Carolina's trying to score. That's what they're telling you. Don't be surprised, though. Their second pick is going to be a pass rusher. Guarantee you that, because that's what they needed. All right, number 9. Look, this is my guy right here. This was my number 1 offensive lineman, Kelvin Banks Jr. Kelvin Banks Jr. out of Texas. Mowing people down. Pancakes everywhere. I'm telling you. Pancakes left and right. That's why he was my guy. Every time I looked up, pancake. Aggressive.
Oil and gas industry.
Downfield. Looking for people to block. That's how I like my lineman, Nasty. He was the nastiest one out of all of them. But the big story here is they get an offensive tackle without a franchise quarterback to protect. Which is cool, though, because I believe in building my team the other way around. You should be, if you ain't ready for that franchise quarterback, don't go there yet. But they should have the 9th pick in the 2nd round. And maybe they'll pick up their quarterback then. Maybe they're still looking for Shedeur Sanders, because that's the spot they damn sure thought Shedeur was going to land. And if he got past this spot, it was guaranteed. He was guaranteed he was going to go to Pittsburgh, huh? So who's in their feelings about that? Who's in their feelings about that? Are you mad we didn't get Shedeur here in Pittsburgh? Call into the show 412-407-2744. Hit the line. If not, man, if you're watching me tomorrow, leave a comment. But right now, I'm on pick number 10. Just talking about how Calvin Banks went to New Orleans and they skipped on Shedeur Sanders. So now nobody really needs a quarterback. The Bears. Make a big surprise too. And the reason this is a big surprise is because, not the position. I called the position. I said it. First of all, I thought Genty might drop to the Bears. Ain't going front. That didn't happen. Then Tyler Warren got past the Jets. I'm like, uh-oh, here go the Bears. If I'm the Bears, I'm getting more offensive power for my second-year quarterback, Caleb Williams. And that's what they did. And they picked the tight end position like I thought, but it wasn't Warren. It was my other people's. Colston Loveland, bro. Colston Loveland from Michigan. Nice. Nice. Great hands. Big body. 6'6", 248. Go up and get the ball. And keep running. Yak. He did it against the best. Did it in the playoffs. He was their most reliable receiver. And the Bears noticed that. And no matter what, I just thought it was going to be Warren because Warren's such a beast. But like I said, there was something about Loveland they liked. 56 receptions, 582. He's a good player. But I'm still surprised they picked him over Warren. They might regret this one day. But Colston Loveland, man, and I ain't saying he ain't a player, because he is. Big Ten be balling, and they definitely do their tight ends. All right, so at 11, though, switching it up. Switching up to San Fran. Now, at this point, San Fran had a good little pick of the litter. A lot of players left. And they go Mikael Williams, edge rusher. I was tweaking. They go edge rusher. Mikael Williams. Now, he was banged up, but, so he didn't play a lot this year. Stats wasn't, really where they were supposed to be, but he still had 5 sacks. 2 forced fumbles. So, yeah, they love the Georgia players. Everybody want to copy. It's a copycat league. So, yeah, go get those pass rushers right there. That's what that tells me from San Francisco. They got to get past the Eagles. So, man, you got to bite a little bit off their playbook, right? All right, number 12 is the Dallas Cowboys. A lot of people thought they was going real running back. They didn't. They went interior offensive lineman. Cowboys is good for that. They go with Tyler Booker out of Alabama. You can't knock an SEC offensive lineman. Alabama, they've been doing it for years. The pedigree's there. Go get the boy. So they started out with that. Now, I've been telling everybody was thinking running backs, but I kept saying they got Jamal Williams, a reject. Another North Carolina cat that I like at running back. A reject. Denver didn't want him. Dallas scooped him up real quick. Everybody was bitching, complaining that Dallas wasn't making no moves in the offseason, but that one move was critical to me. Dallas ain't a bad squad. A lot of people think it needed CeeDee Lamb. Need some help. They panicking. Need some help. Now let's make sure we good up front. Let's make sure we can run the ball this year. I like the pick out of the Cowboys. There's plenty of wide receivers still to come. Plenty of them. And they ain't got a low pick, so one of them dudes going to be there. All right, moving on real quick. Up next was the Miami Dolphins. And they go snatch up somebody the Steelers was looking for, which maybe would have picked. But Steelers didn't bring him to town. Kenneth Grant was not one of the defensive linemen that came to town. Maybe they thought he wasn't going to be there, and he wasn't. So, yeah, Miami Dolphins get Kenneth Grant. They get strong up front. They got good offense. Let's get strong on defense. Good pick, all right? At 14, man, Tyler Warren finally drops to the Colts. Great pick by the Colts. As soon as Tyler Warren's picked, you automatically thinking Dallas Clark. I already knew he could go here. I said this was one of the teams he could definitely go to. Surprised he got past the Jets. I think I bit the cheese on that from a lot of mock drafts I seen, but I was definitely thinking Colts long time ago. Jets definitely could have used a weapon though. Justin Fields could have let use some really good tight end help. I do think Tyler Warren's going to be this year's Brock Bowers. The man had 104 receptions, so he's used to getting the pill. He's used to being the #1 receiver. He's looking for the ball. He's a beast. And this is what I'm saying about the Bears picking a guy that got 56 receptions over a guy that got 104 receptions in the same conference. I like Leveling a lot, but I thought he was the second guy, for sure. All right, up at 15 was the Atlanta Falcons, and they go with the copycat lead and get Jalen Walker out of Georgia, edge rusher. I like Jalen Walker too. Good player. 6.5 sacks. Don't get a lot of sacks in college, man. You don't see a whole bunch of dudes with a whole lot of sacks. I know a dude with a lot of sacks, and guess what? He didn't get picked in the first round. He didn't get picked in the first round. So yeah, you're looking for a lot of this is size and weight too. They like them Georgia boys because they big, take up a lot of space. Jalen Walker, 6'1", 243. Got some speed on him, can get to the edge. Got 2 passes defended too. So yeah, Atlanta could have used anything. It's one of them teams, man. Just pick somebody good. So hopefully, like I said, I think they bit off a little bit of, the Georgia thing. Let's get us one of them boys, all right? All right, up next was the Cardinals. They go D lineman, Walter Nolan. Don't know much about him. I ain't going to front. 6'4", 296, though. That's good size. See what he do for the Cardinals. Cardinals definitely can use. That's another team back-to-back that they could have picked a lot of players. They could have picked a lot of players. Kyler Murray need to play better than me, you ask me. But that's that. All right, 17. Bengals had to go defense, right? Shamar Stewart, freak athlete. Stats is trash, though. When you talk about an edge rusher, they got 1.5 sacks in the college season. It just don't sound good. But this is one of them combine practice players, freaking nature, that you like, hey, I got to put him on my team. I like to see a player like this go to a better team or a better defense that don't got to make him play every play. Something about that 1.5 sacks makes me feel like, let me see your low light film. You know what I'm saying? Your highlight film, yeah. But I see him chasing down a lot of runs, sideline to sideline. But, production is key. But the Bengals might be the Bungles right here. Is he worth it? This is a gamble, in my eyes. But he's got good size, 6'5", 267, and he's fast. I'm showing right on that. He's fast. So right here in the Steelers division, you might have to deal with that. Yeah, they got the 40 times up here. Yeah, 4'5", 4'5'9", though, more like a 4'6", but it's edge rusher, bruh. It's an edge rusher. So that's speed. But they needed that. They just had somebody retire, right? Paid the other guy, though. One of the Hendrickson. Was it Hendrickson that retired? So, yeah, the Bengals needed some defense. All right, well, Seattle goes to North Dakota State and gets Greg Zabel. A lot of these dudes like to discard right here. I've seen his name out there a lot. Didn't really get a chance to look at him like that. But, yeah, he gets big praise. I do know that. A lot of people like this pick. A lot of people like this pick. Now the next pick, this one surprised me when I seen that. Tampa Bay picks up Emeka Egbuka. Emeka Egbuka. I've been saying his name wrong all year. Wide receiver, Ohio State. Coming with the Ohio State pedigree. My man Baker Mayfield gets him another weapon. He got injury to one of his receivers. His other receivers getting a little old up there. He had some other dudes he was getting the ball to. Baker Mayfield just know how to get the ball to players, and this dude is going to work. It's just going to work. Now, this is another candidate. While I go through this list, this is another candidate for me for Rookie of the Year because of the position that he's in. Emeka Egbuka. Let me get it right. I don't know. If I said it right, I wouldn't even know. But I definitely know the player. Don't get it twisted. He talked a lot of Jeremiah Smith at Ohio State. Yeah, he was good, but this boy was consistent. Been consistent for years. 81 recepts, 1,011 yards. He did the same shit last year. So, yeah. You gotta like that. You gotta like that. All right. Pick number 20 was the Denver Broncos. They went Jahdae Barron, cornerback out of Texas. Now this year in the draft, it was tight with these quarterbacks, man. I really felt like they were all equal. It really wasn't a corner that was way better than somebody. Except for Travis Hunter, of course. And then still, just some flaws with Travis Hunter. That's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day. But there's some, you know, there's a lot of people that said there's corners better than Travis Hunter. And Jada Barron might be one of them. At least that's what the Broncos think. But the Broncos go defense, protect that offense. They were already good last year on defense. They got Patrick Surtain on the other side. Now they match him up with another first round. You know he's starting. If you pick a cornerback in the first round, you're starting. It ain't no position where you gotta wait and learn. Nah, that's crazy. You should be able to come and start. 5'11", 194. Good size for 5'11", 194. That's kind of big for 5'11". So they know what they're doing. They got PS2. He was defensive player of the year. Now they match him up with a rookie. Supposed to be elite. 5 picks, 11 pass deflections. You gotta like that. 5 picks. Yeah. And then played on a defense to where the Texas Longhorns, at least, they actually had a successful playoff run season. So yeah, shout out to Jada Barron being the 20th pick in the draft. All right, man, look, hit the like button, man. Tell me what you think. Is you and your feelings about your squad? About to get to my squad next. Who's the biggest loser so far, man? What's the worst pick? Was it Cleveland? Dropping the ball on Travis Hunter? That gotta be the story right now. It gotta be the story. Was it Loveland? Getting Loveland? Was it the Bears getting Loveland over Tyler Warren? Was it the Saints passing up on Travis Hunter at 9? I don't know, man. You tell me who's the biggest loser. Because before we get to pick 21, biggest loser might be there already. Some of y'all think it's pick number 21. I don't know. I don't know. But hey, man, it's halftime, man. I'll be right back. Don't go nowhere. It's the Blazer Mind, so I'm right back.
I'm the Blazer Man. Soon as I walk through the door,
It's halftime. I'll be right back.
From the horse, I'm the Blazer Man. Not keeping up with the score, I'm the Blazer Man. So I'ma give it to you raw. I'm the Blazer Man. Soon as I walk through the door, I'm the Blazer Man. And get love from the horse, I'm the Blazer Man. Not keeping up with the score, I'm the Blazer Man. So I'ma give it to you raw. 1, 2, 3. You know we're getting out this money. If you try to stop us, you know we ain't scared of us, so try us. No, good evening, y'all. It's the Blazer Man. Put a hole in the head of a raper man. Hit him with the razor man. Fold him like some paper man. Him a bitch, him a punk, him a hater man. Them niggas don't like us, yes they wanna fight us. But they're not righteous, so they cannot ignite us. Smoke on my reefer, I'm my brother's keeper. Only the strong survive, nigga, and you weaker. When a grown man talking, nigga, you should speak up. The sun ain't the only thing that make you heat up. I'm Mr. Mathis, mixed with McCoy. Oh, you a shot to a killer, a rude boy. When I was a jit, we didn't have shit. I had to use a bucket whenever to take a shit. But now I'm the shit, don't ask me for shit. You are the same nigga that wouldn't give me shit. Talk to him. I'm the blazer man. Soon as I walk through the door, I'm the blazer man. And get love from the whores, I'm the blazer man. Now keeping up with the score, I'm the blazer man. So I'ma give it to you raw, I'm the blazer man. Soon as I walk through the door, I'm the blazer man. And get love from the whores, I'm the blazer man. Now keeping up with the score, I'm the blazer man. So I'ma give it to you raw. 1, 2, 3, you know we getting all this money. If you try to stop us, you know we ain't scared of us. So try us, no. I told you one time through the door, I'm the blazer man. Asking for money, then I don't have any. That's word to that fiend, that's word to Donnie Lee. Stop counting my pockets, there's room for only me. I'm not sure anymore. I see a bald head nigga at my door. I'ma put a bullet right through him head and keep shooting till I think that I'm dead. He shoulda never fucked around with I. It's only me, oh my. He on the first class ticket to the sky. Everybody asking why. First name Donnie, last name Mathis. Being the go-getter, yeah, you can check my status. You can X Murph, you can X Show, you can X Slim, even X CeeLo. And peace to the ladies who really love me so. They be singing my song, we love Nebraska. Mr. Truly Yours, I call me the one and only. We ain't cool, we ain't friends, and we ain't no homies. I'm the blazer man.
Ow, halftime, I'll be right back.
And get love from the whores, I'm the blazer man. Now keeping up with the score, I'm the blazer man. So I'ma give it to you raw, I'm the blazer man. Soon as I walk through the door, I'm the blazer man. And get love from the whores, I'm the blazer man. Now keeping up with the score, I'm the blazer man.
21
so
pick, the Steelers.
Mr. Truly Yours, the blazer man. Mr. Blazer man. Mr. Blazer man. Yeah. Good looking with.
Ow, what's up, baby? We back. That's the Blazer man, my man Brasco. Shout out to him for the music, you know what I mean? But before I move on, man, real quick, another shout out, man. Shout out and a RIP to the legendary Chicago Bear, Steve McMichael, man. Steve McMichael, once again, RIP. Steve McMichael passed away, I heard, ALS or something like that, I think he had. But y'all remember Steve McMichael from the Bears, man, in the 80s, you know, the 85 Bears? He's one of the dudes that was holding up Mike Dicker when they walked him off the field, defensive tackle, and big dude, man. So, yeah, shout out to him. And, he just made the Hall of Fame a few years ago, too. So, shout out to him, RIP, Steve McMichael. He was the man in Tecmo Bowl, dog. Played with Steve McMichael in Tecmo Bowl. It was a little cheat code for real. He was nice. He was nice in Tecmo. But, yeah. 21st pick of the draft was the Steelers. And man, what do the Steelers do? What they always do on draft day is bore you to death. Bore you to death. But do you like it? Do you like how they bored you? I know a lot of y'all do, man. It was obvious. They brought 7 defensive tackles in for the top 30 visits. 7 of them out of 30. That's almost 30%. If not 30% of the players that they brought in were all defensive tackles. And then it was 8 running backs that they brought in. So I knew it was going to be defensive tackle or running back. That's why I kept calling for the running back. I ain't going to front. I wanted a Mario Hampton, but I do think this is the pick that the Steelers was probably going to make and really just waiting for this dude to be there. It ain't a bad pick at all. If this dude can play like he played at Oregon, man. But it gotta be a home run. It gotta be a home run because we need so much offense. We got Jalen Warren on a 1-year deal at running back. We got Mason Rudolph as our quarterback. So why not give that offense more weapons to execute? But everybody in Pittsburgh, which was true, was definitely saying that we was getting ran on last year. I just don't know if it was all on the defensive tackle position, though. That was my gripe with it. I feel like you can find a lot of these defensive tackles in a lot of places to clog up holes. And for you to pick a defensive tackle in the first round, it just got to be a home run. I'm not saying he ain't a good player. He looked like a good player. I'm just saying what the result has to be for this pick to be a success. So the first round is going to go by, and the second round is going to go by where you don't have an offensive player yet out of the draft. Now, there's going to be plenty of running backs sitting around. I do think that's still where they're going to go in the third round. They got to, right? They got to. But Amari Hampton was sitting right there. You see what the Chargers did. Now they got both the running backs that could have been here. You got Najee, and they got Amari Hampton. 1,660 yards, 15 touchdowns. I needed that production, bruh. That's not no fluke. That's him. And Carolina know how to make them players. Whatever they doing down there, it's a nice little well for running backs. Can't think of all their names, but I'm telling you, do your research. A couple of them, Herbert, he ain't all that right now, but he was there. Jamal Williams, the one I was talking about, went to the Denver. A few more. I mean, Natrone Means from back in the day. Shit, he played for the Chargers. He going from Carolina blue to Chargers blue. Amari Hampton, I'm telling you, somebody to watch for. How's that going to work with Najee? You got 1-2 with Najee? That backfield's going to be big. That backfield's going to be big. Fuck is Harbaugh up to right there? All right, moving on. Another good player at 23 going to Green Bay, Matthew Golden. Now, Matthew Golden didn't have a lot of catches, but he got a lot of yards for the few catches. He had 58 catches for 987 yards. That's what I was liking about him. 17 yards per play. 17 yards per play. And ran one of the fastest times at wide receiver. So, yeah, Matthew Golden goes to Green Bay, gets drafted in his hometown. Well, not his hometown, but his new hometown. Coming from Texas. All right, Minnesota goes Donathan Jackson, interior lineman from Ohio State. They need to protect their new quarterback. J.J. McCarthy's their young quarterback. Yeah, why not do that? Minnesota, they got weapons in other places. They got what they need. They got a good defense. Good pick. Good pick. But then, here comes the drama. At 25, it was the Texans pick. They swapped with the New York Giants, right? And then, boom, they throw on TV. They got Shador smiling. They hit us with the bamboozle. You still ain't seen no phone in his hand, though. You know you got to see that phone in the motherfucking hand. That's that you got to get that call. Your phone ain't popping. Jackson Dart got that call for the Giants. That was wild. Definitely a big surprise. That was wild. Because no matter if you was hyping your man up or hyping him down, and who I'm talking about is Shedeur Sanders, no matter if you was hyping him up or you was hyping him down, it was hype. It was hype. So this was a huge surprise in this draft, and the way they set it up on TV, they made it even more of a surprise. But a lot of people was rooting for this dude to go in the first round. Even his haters. Even his haters wanted him to go high so he could fall. Fall even further. But Shedeur Sanders, like the ultimate haters and the correct people that said he was dropping out of the first round. That's crazy. Because I was like, damn, New York stepped up. Say today for Shedeur is looking like that's who they're going to go get. They already got two brothers at quarterback. Throw him in there too. Learn from him. Culture. Get the swag in New York. I thought it was on. No. No. Shedeur drops out of the first round. We knew at that point right there, he just wasn't going. Because everybody else, damn near a playoff team or got their quarterback just recently. So, he was up and it was stuck right there. And you see, he stayed home. Maybe he seen it coming. Maybe he seen it coming. The haters were saying it was the worst interview ever. Anonymous. I hate them anonymous motherfuckers. But yeah, Shedeur didn't make it. You know that's the story. You know that's the story. That's all day tomorrow. Shedeur Sanders fell out of the first pick in the draft. The first round of the draft. But damn, New York gets Jackson Dart. That's going to be one hell of a quarterback competition right there. Let's see what they do. Russell Wilson get the bamboozle again. Paid him a couple of dollars though, didn't they? So maybe they got a plan. I think Dabo was trying to save his job with this one too. If I draft a rookie, they're going to give me my time to coach him and all that. Hey, they be doing that. We'll see. Ole Miss quarterback. Maybe they thought something, the last Ole Miss quarterback that worked, Eli. A lot of them don't work. See, 26. Falcons back on the board. They pick up a quick edge rusher. Trade with LA. I don't know right now what they got out of that trade, but hey, James Pierce Jr., the fastest edge rusher in the draft. Boy ran a 4.47, baby. 4.47. 6'5", 245. Now remember I said your other boy was 265 and ran that 4.49. Stewart, Texas A&M cat. But 4.47's rolling. So Atlanta picked up another defensive player. Who was the last defensive player they got? It was the not Alabama, but the Georgia cat. So they got the Georgia and the Tennessee, both out the SEC. They're gonna be bringing it. Atlanta's going to be bringing it. Atlanta might be winning the draft right now with those two picks. Atlanta's probably winning the draft with those two picks. People are going to like that. It might be winning the draft. I don't know. Who won the draft though? Tell me that. Tell me am I wrong. All right, 27, Baltimore's turn. Malachi Starks, safety out of Georgia. Big dude. 6'1", 197. And gap range, tackles, Baltimore style. Now they got safeties everywhere, DBs everywhere, big DBs everywhere. Baltimore just, at some point you gotta win a Super Bowl. This shit don't even matter. We know what y'all can do. Y'all pick these dudes. Malachi Starks is a beast. Don't get it twisted. Georgia, another Georgia cat. You're going to plug him in and y'all going to be nice. Just can you get over the edge, though? There ain't no player that's going to do it. You already got him on your team. Lamar Jackson. I mean, damn, how good can the defense be? We'll see. Malachi Starks definitely a good pick for the Ravens, man. I don't like it. We got to play against him twice a year, but we'll make him look silly like we always do. We'll find a way. Tyleik Williams, drafted next, defensive lineman out of Ohio State to the Lions. They beef up on defense. They go inside, outside. They're going to have, what's the boy's name that played for them? Hutchinson. They're going to have him coming back. So they go inside, outside right there with their number one pick on defense. Up next to 29 was the Washington Commanders. Offensive tackle, John Connolly Jr. They hyped him up pretty good, said it was a good pick. You got to protect the brand, right? Got to protect Jaden Daniels. So, yeah, good pick. They already a good team. You need to plug just good players in positions of need. So they did that. Now the Bills, man, the Bills had a big chance right here to pick up a lot of different players that's still out there, for real, for real. Let me go back here. Yeah, there's a lot of players that was out there. Like, okay, one of the dudes I was thinking about was the Mike Green, right? Mike Green, 17 sacks out of Marshall. I thought Buffalo could have used a dude like that. 17 sacks. But he played out in Marshall, ain't the best conference in the world. Maybe he's kind of small, though. Hold on, let me get back to him. Let me see his size. He's definitely small. Nah, it ain't that bad. 6'3", 251. I don't know why I thought different. 84 tackles. Telling you, man, Mike Green shouldn't have slipped out of the first round. He's going to get picked early in the second round. Check out Mike Green, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. But, yeah, where I was at, I'm thinking the Bills. Bills should have scooped him right there. That's what I would got with it, because I thought he should go to a good team because he's a quick pass rusher, you know, and they need to get to the quarterback, and they went quarterback though. And went Maxwell Harrison, another good player though. I did feel like they needed some defense. And they've been looking for corners for a while, so I do understand this pick here. I'd love to see a little more pass rush, but they did pick up a pass rusher. Who was it they picked up in free agency? Ah, man, who was it? But anyway, they decided to go on the back end, which is a good pick. This is a good corner right here. Maxwell Harrison is a good corner. There's still more good corners out there, but the offensive lineman dominated the first round so much that a lot of corners got passed up on. Michigan dude ain't go. When I seen Maxwell go, it was a surprise to me because I'm like, I didn't think any of the corners was going to go after a while. But he is a playmaker. long, lengthy. You know what I'm saying? 5'11", 183. That's that's what their size. A lot of people say Travis Hunter's too small. They all that damn size. Travis Hunter's bigger than him. So why do I need to be so big? Why do Travis Hunter need to be so big? When he's matched up with a dude that's 5'11", 183. And he's over 6 foot and 188. He's going to be at 200 in about 2 years. So, yeah. Hey, the Eagles, up next, they swapped picks with Kansas City. I thought that was weird. But, hey, Kansas City, if you want to take a little something for, they made a deal. Sure they know who they wanted. Both teams, they probably told each other because it's one pick. We're like, man, let's just do this. I'll give you this for this. Because I want this, you want that, all right, bet. So, but my boy, Jahad Campbell, man, out of Alabama, the best inside linebacker in the fucking draft. I wanted the Steelers to get him because I felt like, and he was sitting there. I felt like a lot of these plays ain't getting made by the linebacker. Sometimes as a linebacker, you gotta make that shit happen. You gotta make the play. It's the NFL. There's good linemen over there. They're gonna block your best player. Steelers failed the draft already. They get an F. No reason to pass on Shador. Just tank. Damn. Think they should have went offense too. I ain't mad at you. I was thinking running back. That's what I would have picked. But yeah, shout out to Who the Goat, man, for the comment, for sure. Because I don't know about an F, but man, dude he gotta be the man. Yeah, that's very true. But it's a rookie. Rookies come free. Rookies is free. That's why I said go there now. Because you got the big investment. You ain't bringing nobody, no free agent in. So that's why I'm thinking Jahad Campbell, because he's free. Who the Goat said Tomlin and Khan has no direction. So what you mean? They ain't involved in this, or they don't know what the hell they doing? They don't know what the hell they doing. But yeah, the last pick by the Kansas City Chiefs was Josh Simmons, offensive tackle from Ohio State. Can't go wrong there with the Ohio State pedigree. They linemen go every year too. Josh Simmons is quite a beast. So yeah, good pick by them. They lost a few linemen too, man. I think they lost 2 linemen off last year's team, so they definitely need to fill that hole. Is Kansas City gonna go down after this though? Kansas City gonna have a Super Bowl slump? It's interesting. It's interesting. They don't got a lot of good players other than, Travis Kelce. Kelce's getting old. He looked at old in that Super Bowl at least. True that. Nobody wanted Shador though. It's probably the reason it could have been hard to trade back, but I definitely feel like you could have moved back and still got him. Or got a Jahad Campbell. You know what I'm saying? You could have got Jackson Dart or Shador at 25 still. The Giants did. They had their pick of the litter. They could have had either one of them sitting there. So I agree, man. I just not picking in today's game. I'm not picking a defensive tackle that high. I'm just not going to do that. I'm not going to call it an F though, but just because he might just, if he's that much of a beast, then he's worth it. But you just got to hit a home run when you pick a defensive tackle in the first round, especially when you don't got a second round pick. That's why Who the Goat is saying it's a fucking F already. Because there ain't no pick in sight to the third round. So at this point, we're picking up scraps, especially on offense, which is cool. You can hit a home run. Jalen Warren wasn't even drafted. That one thing about the Steelers, though, the Steelers definitely pick better later. And I'm sure they banking on that. And I ain't mad at them banking on that because they're good at it. You can't tell me they're not. There's too many examples. I don't think I need to go over that. If you watching this and you don't know that, you out the loop. At least here in Pittsburgh. Yep. That's the only option to get back in the second round for sure. I just don't think the Steelers are going to do that. I seen it earlier. I mean, I've just heard too many times. We hear a lot of shit, though. But I heard too many times that, we like George Pickens. We like this matchup. That don't mean the motherfucker ain't going to surprise trade nowhere. But they might just be thinking we're going to use him up like we did Najee Harris and make him work for that shit. Very true. Pittsburgh Big Dog said they sucked the first round pick since 2016. They used to hit on them. They used to hit home runs. When it was Polamalu and Big Ben and Casey Hampton and even was Kendrell Bell one? He ain't last long, but he was one. T.J. Watt was one of the last ones. There you go. Didn't even read it. Only T.J. Watt was good. He's the last one. He's the last good pick in the first round. Like I said, they pick better late. So I just think they're going to use Najee up like they did. Not use Najee up, but use Pickens up like they did Najee. Make him work. Make him show another team that he's worth it. Because you're not getting the money you want here. It's already given to DK Metcalf. It's a wrap. They're not about to give you no T. Higgins money too with Jamal. What's his name? Jamar Chase on the other side. They're not about to do that in Pittsburgh. Not without a quarterback. You need a quarterback first to even pay that type of money to two receivers. You need to know that shit gonna work. So you playing for another team. And what happened with Najee, he didn't show no flashes. So the Steelers is like, you the same dude that we didn't want to sign before. And guess what? You go out there, you get a 1-year contract, and then they draft another motherfucking running back right on top of your goddamn head. So when the Steelers be letting people go, they usually be knowing what they're doing. And that's the problem with Pickens. Pickens will have a worse attitude this year. Probably. That's what his history shows. Y'all know he just unfollowed the Steelers on Instagram today. I don't know if he just felt the vibe that I might get traded today. I don't want to hear the shit. I don't want to see it. I'm tired of looking at it because the last 3 days they just start talking all this George Pickens shit. I mean, we've been talking it, but now the national media hopped on it and it's buzzing. That's probably, because a lot of times they, dudes, and see, he got a pass of giving, basically asking to get traded soft. He's softballing, man. He putting up pictures, hugging other teammates and all this. Team players and all that shit like that, man. You asking for a trade, a soft request. So people assume that that's what that was. But nah, he probably just don't want to hear the buzz. He probably thought he was out of here. And it still ain't over for him. Still ain't over. His attitude definitely stinks. But can he fix it? I believe Mike Tomlin think he can fix it. That's what he do. There was a whole bunch. Now everything just be out there. Before, that shit was behind the scenes. He had Emmanuel Sanders, AB at the same time. Chase Claypool was a mess. But the thing with Pickens is he's just a total crash out in every aspect. He's going to do it when he want to do it, and he's not thinking team at all. And people don't like that. I ain't going to lie. I don't like it at all. When I say what the Steelers going to do, that's not my opinion. He'd have been traded, in my opinion. But I just think the Steelers going to milk that cow for the last year and see what they could do. Since they're going to run with a quarterback like Mason Rudolph, because all that Aaron Rodgers shit is cap. That's cap. Aaron Rodgers is not coming to Pittsburgh. Steelers been gave up on that. They just ain't tell you. And they not. And they not going to tell the national media that. Why? Because every day you wake up and they talking about the motherfucking Steelers. They not going to drop that Aaron Rodgers subject to the bitter end. But I would say around like training camp, they're going to go ahead and tell Mason this is your squad. But they will be drafting a quarterback late, though. Keep dropping frames, man. I hope I'm still live. They will be drafting a quarterback late, though. You ask me. Whether it's Will Howard or whether it's Riley Leonard. I hope it ain't Will Howard. I think they'd have to kind of jump a little high for Will Howard. Quinn Ewers is out there. That shock. Everybody like the shock dude from Louisville. I like Riley Leonard. Jalen Milroe still out here, huh? Trey Pickens to get Jalen Milroe. I kind of like that. Kind of like that. What you think? Who the GOAT? What you think, Pittsburgh? Will Howard will be the pick, third round. Late third round, Will Howard should still be sitting there. They compared Will Howard to Justin Herbert and Bo Nix. And he is about that size. He's that style of quarterback. He can take off. Hey, man, a lot of, Big Ben looking at him. I don't know. You got to be a little clever to be Big Ben. Big Ben was real clever, but, hey, he got a big body, though. Pittsburgh tight. A lot of people said Pittsburgh wasn't ready for Shador. What you think about that? Is that true? Pittsburgh ain't ready for Shador. Wouldn't work. Chemistry wouldn't work. We do got some hating ass media though. We do got some Jalen Real worst accuracy. Woo. Woo. Hey, did you see his combine? His combine was trash. Combine was trash. He was overthrowing deep balls, overthrowing outs, throwing outs behind cats to where that's an interception, dog. At the combine, you throwing picks. That wasn't a good look. I ain't gonna lie. But the boy's like another running back, bro. You gotta give him some time, man. We starting Mason Rudolph right now. Let him chill. Cordell Stewart, that motherfucker. Everybody want to put Cordell Stewart in the Hall of Fame this week, or at least in Colorado's Hall of Fame. Shit, put Jalen Milroe back there. Cordell Stewart. Slash him up. But for George Pickens, though, that's what you got to trade him. But y'all want a quarterback, don't you? You can still get Shador. Gonna trade up, chase George Pickens and trade up in the second round to get Shador. Let's see. The Jaguars just gave a lot of picks away to get Travis Hunter. Maybe we can get the Jaguars' second round pick. They get some picks back. Just the idea. But I had it though, man. I was the first one to call that Shador was going to fall to the Steelers. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Way before the media was saying it. I ain't gonna tell you to go back. I'll drop a link one day because there's a whole bunch of videos I got on here. But I know the video. I'll go back and I'm gonna record the whole thing and show you. I said it first. The Steelers had him. They had him right there. People say town ain't ready for Shador. Look like nobody in the first round was ready for Shador. Early picks tomorrow. A lot of teams got quarterbacks though now. All in the early picks. Everybody but Cleveland again. Everybody but Cleveland again. So is that what happens? Shador dropped to Cleveland. Still got the Raiders after them if he passed. Jets, Carolina don't need one. Could get back to New Orleans. But don't let him drop past that. He gonna be tumbling. They're gonna be begging the Cowboys to pick him up. That's crazy work. Hey man, hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. It's the motherfucking underground, man. We live. In the studio, talking sports, talking shit. That's what we do, man. It's a national show, though, man. I know I got my Steelers everywhere. But I talks all teams, baby. Like I went through the draft freestyle, went through all the teams. And yeah, a lot of teams came up. But here go my questions, though. Who's the biggest surprise? Biggest surprise, I still got to say, I gotta give it up Cleveland for Cleveland swapping with Jacksonville, man. That fucked me up. I knew I heard all the rumors, of course, because they had the second pick and the third pick. Of course, everybody's calling them for those picks, but I didn't think they would go. I didn't think they had the balls to do it. Cleveland don't be giving a fuck about losing, do they? I mean, I think Jacksonville definitely could have used the Travis Hunter, though. When it comes to the Hollywood effect that Travis Hunter is about to bring to Jacksonville, to Duval. And he said Duval. Duval. Yeah. Duval. Yeah, that's what he said. Duval. They new coach, what's it? I can't remember his name. But yeah, they needed that. Yeah, man, I thought the same thing, man. I thought no way Dart before Shador. You're just trying to humiliate Shador. Damn shame Dart went before him. Yeah. That was the flip, man. That's the story. Shador Sanders drops. Browns blew it again. A mistake by the late needed Hunter. Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah. I don't know what the hell they was thinking. For Mason Graham, like I said, defensive tackle, you got to hit such a fucking home run when you pick a defensive tackle in the first round. You know how much production Travis Hunter's going to give you? I don't know. But maybe Cleveland's just loading up for next year. They do got a decent squad. Maybe they believe in Kenny Pickett. I don't know why. But the Steelers definitely going to find out. Kenny Pickett can't come to town and beat the Steelers. I know that fucking much. That ain't going to be a good look. At all. But hey, man, just to switch it up real quick. Your boy, Shannon Sharp. Damn. Say it ain't so, Now, last show I talked about saying that it was early in the game, and I'm like, man, nah, bro, this just don't even sit right, blah, blah, the story's shaky. But shit just keep coming out to the point where, at this point, you like, man, you know, you was playing around too much at the end of the day. Set yourself up for the okie doke, and it's fucked up, man. It's fucked up. Because you got your business in the street. That's why I don't be doing that text message bullshit. Flacco, yeah, a lot of people think Flacco's going to beat out Kenny Pickett. That would be some wild shit, though. Wouldn't surprise me, though. You know he's a better quarterback than Kenny Pickett. We already know that. Who do they want to play, though? Once again, they traded for Kenny Pickett, so there's a plan. If I trade for you, I ain't really trying to trade for no backup quarterback. That's what threw me off from them from the door, that they didn't want Shador. But if they can get him in the second round, they'll take him. Maybe not. Maybe there's another. I thought they was in it for the Ashton Genty sweepstakes too. I thought they could have used Nick Chubb ain't back. I thought they could have picked up Mario Hampton. So if they thinking running back, there's a couple little dudes left. Junkins, will he go that early? I don't know. If I was Cleveland, I'd probably get Shador. Pretty sure y'all like Shador over Kenny Pickett right now. But damn, I still can't believe Cleveland. It's the biggest surprise. And who's the biggest loser in the first round, though? I mean, shit. That could be the Steelers. They passed up on quite a few players, huh? Steelers is definitely a candidate. Passed up on Shador. Shit, passed up on Jackson Dart. Passed up on Mario Hampton. That's really it. Jahad Campbell. Passed up on him. Like I said, linebackers, the first rookies is cheap. So yeah, I don't know. Biggest loser might be the Steelers, for just passing up on a lot of talent. But the winner of the first round, man, I'm going to Falcons or with the two edge rushers. The fastest one in the draft and one of the most highly sought out ones in the draft. And I also like Tampa Bay's pick. Wide receiver from Ohio State. They just added more firepower to what they got already. Steelers and the Browns get an F, huh? Damn. Ain't sweet in Pittsburgh. Don't sound like we happy about this pick. I'm cool with it. But like I said, there could be results from this that don't turn out well. Let's say Jay George Pickens and get back up in the second round. This draft might get some low grades. Falcons definitely an A. Panthers, people like that pick. That boy's nice. Ravens, definitely that safety. And the Jags, yeah, you got to give it up to the Jags, just because it's Travis Hunter. But they gave up a lot. Like I said, obviously the Browns is thinking about next year, but they still can land Shador. They still can land Shador. Or another good player with a high pick like that. Just good. I ain't feeling that Kenny Pickett, though. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. What you think about the Colts, though, man? Colts don't get an A for Tyler Warren? I think the Colts should get an A for Tyler Warren. Just because he dropped right in their lap. And they need offense. They got Daniel Jones. Man. Tight end is the quarterback's best friend. That's all I can say. Anthony Richardson. Now, him and Anthony Richardson in the backfield, or, you know, he do a lot of, he'd do a lot of rushing. He had a lot of rushing yards too. 218 rushing yards. So he do a lot of wildcat and shit like that. With him and Richardson in the backfield, and you don't know who's getting the snap. That could be trouble. So hell yeah. I gotta add something to your list, Pittsburgh big dog. Colts get an A too. They passed up on Shador. I knew that wasn't gonna work. Shador wasn't even gonna look right in no fucking Colts jersey. Well, that shit wasn't gonna fit. But yeah, I'm gonna add them, and that's it. Other than that, I like your list. What about the Raiders though? Raiders get an A for Ashton Genty. I mean, kind of just fell in their lap. But that's at least a B plus plus. I give him an A- just because he fell in the lap. But that's definitely what they need. Ever since what's their running back that left? Play for Green Bay now. I've been forgetting his name all day. Damn, what's his name? Hold up. Anyway, y'all know who I'm talking about. Ashton Genty replacing him. So needed that. They needed that. That's an excellent pick. You gotta get him. I'm just giving him an A- just because the boy fell in their lap. Now let's see if we can do some Saquon Barkley shit. So that's all my A's right there. No, I gotta give an A to shit. You already got that on the list. But yeah, Jaguars, an A. Giants, I'm gonna give an A for Abdul Carter, even though he fell in the lap. So I'm gonna give him an A-. Shit, I'm gonna get the Patriots an A too. My grades might be easy, but these just fits, man. You gotta give it to A- to the Raiders, A+ to the Carolina Panthers with T-Mac. Down to the Colts, Warren. Shit, Tampa Bay get an A. Shit, I'm giving the at number 20, the Denver Broncos an A too. Jada Barron, fuck it, got an A too. Passing out big A's. Mario Hampton, even though they got Najee Harris, they could have used some wide receiver, you ask me. So I ain't gonna get them no A. I ain't giving Green Bay an A either. Good pick though. Still a B+. Jackson Lord for the Giants. Moving up, getting a quarterback of the future. If he's the man, cool. Good move though, so I'm gonna give him an A for that. Fuck it, they get an A too. Shit, Falcons already on the list. They get an A. Not just passing out A's, man. The Eagles at the end get a fucking A. And the Kansas City, they needed that shit. They had to replace them linemen, so they got what they needed. I'm telling you, Jahad Campbell, another fucking problem for the fucking Eagles, bro. Another fucking problem. Another fucking problem for the Eagles. God damn. I can't stand the fucking Eagles, but they gonna be good. You can believe that. All right, peoples. I'm out for the night, man. Catch me next time. It's the motherfucking Underground. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Share the channel, man. Do what you can do. Turn me up. That's all I want. Ow, 50 bits, I'm out. Yeah, it's the Underground.
It's the Underground. It's the Underground. It's the Underground. It's the Underground. You better pass. You better run. Hey, that's your ass. Boy, you done. It's the Underground. It's the Underground. Yeah, it's the Underground. It's the Underground. You better pass. You better run. Hey, that's your ass. Boy, you done. Move the sticks. First down. You better not step out of bounds. You don't really want it, but you really need it. It's the Underground, man, we undefeated. Michael Jackson couldn't beat it. Fourth down, couldn't reach it. Man, your squad about to lose it. Go ahead and face the music. Flip a coin, you still lost. Pay the cost to beat the boss. Turn your motherfucking lights off. Yeah, CTE, these niggas can't see me. Got your head fucked up, got the game locked up, and it's over for your ass. Fourth down, you better pass. You know what it is, you ain't gotta ask. It's the underground, it's the underground, it's the underground, yeah, it's the underground. You better pass, you better run, and that's your ass. Boy, you done. It's the underground, it's the underground, yeah, it's the underground, it's the underground. You better pass, you better run, and that's your ass. Boy, you done.